In other news, it's once again Election Day in Wisconsin as voters have been heading to the polls since 7 o'clock this morning for the spring primary.
At the top of the ballot is a race that has garnered national attention. 4 candidates are running for a seat on the Wisconsin Supreme Court. And we have team coverage of today's spring primary.
Armin Rahman is in Milwaukee with the Janet Protasewicz campaign, while Will Keneally is in downtown Oconomowoc at the Jennifer Duro and Dan Kelly camp. That's where we find the 2 conservative campaigns.
And let's start with Will tonight. Will, what are we expecting to see as these 2 conservative candidates face off against each other?
Well, Susan and Mark, we're expecting it to be a very competitive primary here. It's a 4-way primary with 2 liberals and 2 conservatives running. And regardless of the partisan affiliation, the top 2 vote getters tonight will emerge from this February primary to the April general election. So we could see theoretically 2 conservatives, 2 liberals, or a mix of either or. So it'll be interesting to watch how that vote breaks down. But on the conservative side, we're looking at 2 candidates here. Waukesha County Judge Jennifer Duro. You might recognize her from the Darrell Brooks trial that gained national media attention. And then former Supreme Court Justice Dan Kelly. He was first appointed to the bench during the Walker administration and lost his election bid in 2020. So we could see possibly a little bit of a bitter primary between the 2 conservatives. They're both here in southeastern Wisconsin, trying to gin up support among that conservative base in the state. But we could see it be a pretty bitter split between the 2 candidates. We at least note that Dan Kelly has not committed publicly to endorsing Jennifer Duro if he does not advance from this primary here. So that's all on the conservative side. If we look ahead to the liberal side, we have 2 candidates running on that primary there. Dane County Judge Everett Mitchell and Milwaukee County Judge Janet Protasewicz. Protasewicz is holding her watch party in Milwaukee tonight at the Cooperage, where we have our Armin Rahman reporting here now.
Yeah, Will, they're not letting us in here until 5 o'clock, all the media, but we have seen the campaign staff setting up inside and out. Now, Protasewicz has been pretty vocal about being pro-choice. She's also labeled the maps of states' legislative districts as, quote, rigged, not representing the state's population. Meanwhile, Everett Mitchell has been endorsed by Dane County Sheriff Calvin Barrett, has worked with MMSD in Madison, and has been a strong supporter of trauma policies in the courtroom, such as removing restraints on youth. We'll be tracking these 2's performance all night here in Milwaukee. For now, live in Milwaukee, Armin Rahman, News 3 Now.